All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, however this video finds you. I hope it finds you well. I was going to get up and talk about the Lakers today and how the Mark Williams trade got rescinded and how somehow it has to be associated with some sort of Rob Pelinka GOAT sacrifice. And I do have to shout out, this is Awful Podcast. I'm going to link his channel below. The homie hit me up and put me on a game, Monster Hunter Wild, the beta. All right, look, I was not supposed to care about this game. I tried Monster Hunter World back in the day, put in about 8 hours, and it was a struggle for me. Like, for me, it felt like slow combat, some weird mechanics I wasn't really driving. You know, my old co-host B, shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Brian, STT family. And actually, one of the homies that used to really support the show, still supports the show, the living legend, Bootiest Bob, all hail the peach. They were like, masters of the game. They probably played 300-400 hours or whatever. So it was cool. But, they just carrying me through hunts while I'm mashing buttons like a lost kid in the Tekken tournament. That's bad. You know what I'm saying? Safe to say I didn't get it at the time. But now, I played Monster Hunter Wilds beta. And I hate to say it, but I think I finally get it. And it's making me mad because of this. Because really, this might be one of the biggest releases of 2025. It could be, So why I slept on Monster Hunter. Let's get this out the way. Coming from an NBA 2K perspective, where you grinding, the same recycled content every year, I'm used to a certain type of pain. But Monster Hunter, that's a whole different suffering. The combat felt slow. Back in World, I picked up a weapon, like a great sword or some shit, I don't know, because big weapons mean big damage, right? Whatever. Then I realized it took a whole damn animation cycle to swing. No instant crossovers, no speed boost, just commitment. I couldn't deal. The mechanics, they were deep, too deep. I got lost in menus. I didn't understand the crafting, and it spent more time like getting murdered really than actually hunting. The problem was, and I have to take some accountability, I had no patience. I did want immediate satisfaction, but Monster Hunter demanded investment. At the time, I wasn't ready. That's why I walked away, wrote the series off, didn't hate on it, but just felt like it wasn't for me. But Wilds is like something different. The world feels more alive to me personally as a newbie. And the environments, they just seem cooler. It's like Capcom finally unlocked next gen nature graphics and shit like that. The way the ecosystem reacts, big plus for me. Seamless transition between biomes. It feels like the monsters actually live in the different areas, not just spawn in for me to fight whenever I feel like it. That's part of the immersion. The combat. It finally, for me personally, feels fluid. Maybe it's just me understanding the game more, or maybe Wilds refined the movement, but everything just it clicked more this time. Attacks chain better. Traversal doesn't feel like I'm dragging an anchor behind me. In real talk, I finally understand the weapon system. Okay, and actually, I skip a lot of it to be fully transparent. But even from what I'm seeing, it seems like Capcom is actually pushing narrative this time. I don't know what's going on yet, but I'm intrigued, interested, and that's that wasn't the case before. So why I think it could actually be a huge deal this year, 2025, surprisingly, a sleeper out the blue, like a Luka Doncic trade. Even though it's launching in a stacked year, it should stand out. 2025 does have some big games coming out, but Wilds, it's not competing for the same audience as say a GTA 6, because I'm gonna be on that for sure. It's carving out its own lane. I think that's what could happen with this game, from what I'm feeling. That's the plus. That's the max potential, I think. Capcom in a way has really actually been on fire, in the sense of, we talk about other video game studios having issues. If you really think about it, like Resident Evil remakes, Street Fighter 6, really enjoyed that. You know, now they're putting real weight behind Monster Hunter's evolutions. You know, and I as a casual newbie person, just with this beta, like I feel that. Strange to say, casuals like me basically might finally get it. If I, a truly jaded 2K player who bounced off world, can suddenly see like the appeal in Wilds, imagine how many other people really out there could get converted, you know? So, am I a Monster Hunter guy now? I don't know about all that, but I still feel some type of way about the series making me work for my fun. But Wilds might be the game that finally drags me in for real. You know, me and some of my friends, I can finally link up. I'm looking forward to it. And if that happens, I'm blaming Capcom. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever people say for, you know, at this part, you know, I'm gonna go question my gaming identity now. But yeah, thank you. Peace.